This is 23 Mile Rock off Wrightsville Beach. This diver is an open water scuba instructor, and he went on the fast track method. He had some time off in about 1994 and went to scuba instructor school. Now you can see the clouds of silt there being kicked up. You see he's in a feet down position. He's using the flutter kick, which there's nothing wrong with a flutter kick. It's where you aim your flutter kick that's the problem. Trim is critical, and being in a feet down trim position and trying to keep the visibility maintained is near next to impossible. This is another shot of the same scuba instructor. This is at Jenny Springs Cavern, and I focused in here on the feet just because I was just in such disbelief that this was a PADI open water scuba instructor. And I dive with this guy, and he knows a lot about diving physiology, and he can teach the basic skill sets. But I think you need to lead by example, and I'm focusing in on this silt here because I didn't think this was a very good example. This was in front of open water students that had just completed their checkout dives. All this was occurring. I was not one of the ones getting my checkout dives. I'd been certified for some time here. But at any rate, you can see the silt here. You can tell that diver's coming. You can see all the silt stirred up, and wada bing. And this is the entrance to Jenny Cavern. Those of you that have been to Jenny Springs, you'll recognize this. You can see the turtle grass there on the left at the opening, or whatever that is. I'm not a freshwater guy. You cave guys can tell me what it is. I have no idea. But you see all the debris stirred up here at the entrance. Thank God this system is a high flow system and pushes out all this turbidity. But this is exactly why it's so important for cave divers to have modified finning techniques and the critical trim. You can watch here. Look at his fins. Once again, he's in a feet down trim position, using a flutter kick, which is directing his thrust at the bottom. And if you'll notice here, he's pinned up the bottom there, and as I pan the camera around right here, you'll see all the debris. There's all the debris being kicked up with his kick. Now, this is another open water scuba instructor. This particular instructor had been an instructor he'd been an open water diver, advanced open water diver, for 10 years. He built his experience level slowly over time, and shortly after college decided he wanted to go to scuba instructor school, and he worked on cruise ships for a while as a scuba instructor. He's further went along to other courses beyond PADI open water scuba instructor, but you can see his finning technique's a little different. His buoyancy and trim are different. He's above the wreck, conserving air. If you look here, here's another shot. Notice the trim. He's not in a feet down position. He's actually horizontal here. I'm upside down, backwards, swimming backwards, filming this. My feet are up in the air, my tanks are laying on my back. I'm upside down here. But he is in a horizontal position. His feet are up. He's directing his thrust up. We're above the wreck. It's just a totally different and a pretty good contrasting view of two different scuba instructors, one being rushed through and one gaining experience over time.